Okay, this call is presented by Alin Vonea. He has worked at all the web in Romania. Alin is
Thank you. My name is Alin Voina. I work with Odo Web Romania, and we work mainly for the EEA Web, the European Environment Agency. And you see there also the logo of the company of Philip. You will see why in a moment. Yeah, these are my. This is what I've been doing in the past 15 years. So I do Python, I do React, Docker, NLP, Elasticsearch, everything basically. But before we start, because Eriko and Fred said that you should come to this stage, it's not easy. I mean, I've been a lot of talks in the past 12, 14 years. So man, you have to prepare first. So here in Belgium, there is this airspace indoor skydiving. So basically, there is no gravitation there, and I think the feeling is the same as being on this stage. So yeah, and look, this guy for these guys it seems so simple, but I was like there. Yeah, and this is not this Docker Google. And this is not all you have to do, because you also have to go to the Walibi, Belgium, which is also 30 minutes from Namur, find the highest roller coaster, and remember, this is not a simulation, this is the real thing. I've been there. My daughter dragged me in this thing, and I mean, every time I submit a talk to the Plone conference, I have this. Okay, it's okay. We're going to the sky, but then this comes. The moment of the talk. So, and from the moment when you arrive to the conference until the moment you deliver the talk, it's indeed a roller coaster. I mean, you experience emotions more like this one. So yeah, and then you have to deal with these Google Slides. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Then you come to the conference, and you spend your time with these beautiful people until 3 a.m. in the morning, and you don't have the presentation done. Actually, you start doing the presentation during the conference. No, this now being serious, this is expert in doing public speaking, speaking into the public, and I mean, it's very powerful. Just look for him on TED. So going back to EEA Faceted Navigation and Plone 6. You are here because I used buzzwords. In the Plone community, these are some of the buzzwords. So yes, if you want to find more buzzwords, or if you're new to this community, or as Eriko said, if you are in Brasilia or Argentina and you don't want to come to deliver a talk at the Plone Conf, make your product a buzzword by adding it to Awesome Plone and also Volto, and then come here and people will come to your talk. So, Plone Classic and Faceted Navigation, you have some options doing Faceted Navigation in Plone Classic. If you don't, you have EEA Faceted Navigation, but if you don't want the advanced stuff within EEA Faceted Navigation, you have collective collection filters. Then also Andreas Jung showed us a lighting talk about type sense. And I'm sure there are more. I'm sorry if I didn't include them in here. But yes, EEA Faceted Navigation 16 was released. Alpha, of course, 67. No, it's Alpha 1. And you have to give this guy a beer, at least one of a Belgian type. Because Philip came to us and said, we have a client that wants EEA Faceted Navigation to work with Plone 6. And we said, add Volto. And he said, no, the client wants Faceted Navigation. So, okay. We started working on it. And yes, we have Lingua Plone in Faceted Navigation 16. No, we dropped all this. So we dropped Python 2 and Plone 4 support. We dropped ZC build-out from development environment, Lingua Plone. We dropped all the dependencies, jQuery, Faceted Vocabularies, Collective.js, jQuery UI. We dropped the by default behavior on the folder and collection. You'll see why. Actually, you may understand that the folder is not in Plone 6 anymore, enabled by default. So yeah, what's new? We use Webpack to bundle the JavaScript and CSS resources. We upgraded some jQuery plugins like JS3 and jQuery UI, because jQuery UI also had a vulnerability in it, and the Lighthouse always complained about it. Then we have the pip-based development environment. We have Bootstrap 5, Grid, and Card for the faceted previews. We have GitHub Actions for code analysis and testing, and it's 10 times faster, or maybe 100 times faster. Nobody knows that. So you can try it right now. If you open your computer, just type docker run site and add-ons and profiles, and of course, because I like roller coasters, here should be a demo, but I will do a live demo of it. So no. So you know how to install an add-on, you know how to enable. I will just show you that you will have to, after you install the add-on, you have to go to content types, page, behaviors, search for faceted navigation, navigable, and just enable this behavior. And then if I add a new page, another faceted demo, I have it already here. And in the actions, you will have enable faceted navigation and enable faceted search. For the people that don't know what's the difference, faceted search will not search by default when you enter the page. Faceted navigation will search by default. Yeah, it should do that, but I didn't disable the faceted search. Okay. What did I say in this slide? Enable configure portlets. Okay, portlets. So, as I said, it's this template is using Bootstrap 5 grid, so no more custom grid what we had there before. So basically, if I go to this one, I can enable left portlets and the grid will adjust automatically. I can enable the right portlets and also have the grid, and I can enable smart faceting, disabling, and this will hide the facets if you have only one page of content, because you don't have to filter. I mean, it's no sense to filter something that it's one page of content. Anyway, going back to the slides. So, because we in 16 we dropped the Python 2 and Plone 4 support, we have an intermediate version. So if you're upgrading your website, I suggest you to upgrade to 15 first, because this one has some profiles of cleaning up, like collective.js, jQuery profiles, the faceted bundling in the resource registry, and all that old stuff. And then upgrade to 16. Yeah, and run the upgrades available in the site setup. Now, if you find a bug, it's a feature by design. If you don't report it, if you have an idea but you don't open a pull request, then it remains just an idea, and the pull is broken by default, as David said, if there are no tests and documentation. So now, as I said, we have the pip-based development environment, and yeah, you can just clone it from collective, cd make start. So the make is here just to simplify some commands, but this will just install CMF Plone and the latest one. You also have a Docker Compose there, so basically you can start if you don't want to. I don't know why wouldn't you want to use pip, but if you want to use Docker, just Docker Compose up Plone 5 or Plone 6 and see how it looks on Plone 5 or N6. What do we do with the resources? We use Yarn and Webpack. So you just run Yarn and Yarn build. You don't have to do this manually, because when you do make start, all the resources will be automatically rebuilt. But yeah, if you change something in a CSS or in JavaScript, then just do Yarn build and the resources will be recreated. Now, the options we have on faceted navigation and Volto. So we have the search block. Timo already did a keynote about it in the morning. So just go, I will not do the demo here, just go to the keynote from this morning and search for faster navigation. So basically we have faster navigation. I still wanted to demo something, because so we have this backend, and if I go to the Volto part, try to ignore that you already have this block here. So this will, if you put Volto on it, it will look like this. But if you add the search block, so basically you can add the search block from the core, which is here, and replicate manually for now the facets you had in the was it in controls, no controls, facets. So you can add the title, it's like portal type. Okay, it's type, yes. You can move it on the right, on the left. And was this checkbox? So now you have faceted navigation on the same content, and it can stay. I mean it can live there together with the classic part. So the classic, if you go back to classic, nothing changed here. So you still have a working faster navigation here, and you also have another version of it on the Volto part. So this is built in Volto Core. If you want something more advanced, we have some add-ons. We have the Volto Search Lib and Volto Global Search, and if you've been at Ramon's presentation, there is something more advanced like Nuclea Core, and I think there are more, but I will show you what we have at the EEA. So here we have facets. Basically you can filter the content, but we also have the NLP part. So basically you can question it and you will get a direct answer from the solution we have. We are using an open source solution called HighStack from DeepSet AI, and you can see that it gave us that we have to walk more. So if you're going to Walibi, use the walking transportation method. It will help. What else? Demo. Okay. So now you have no excuse to not upgrade to Plone 6. I mean, if your clients come to you and say, yeah, but I want to stay in Plone 5 because I have faster navigation, we have it also in Plone 6 Classic. We have solutions for Plone 6 Volto. So yeah, I will just remind you what Plone is. This is a video we made for the Plone World Day this year. So yeah, and I saw it gain a lot of traction on YouTube. So I think new people still ask what's Plone, and Plone is not about the Plone Classic or Plone 6 or Plone. It's about accessibility, internalization. We have the latest technologies in it, like Bootstrap, PS5, Semantic UI. We have documentation, very good documentation, and free trainings. We have REST API, and the most important of it, we have an awesome Plone community. And yes, this is a code from Sorrento. So you can take the man out of the Plone, but you can take the Plone out of the man. That being said, we have a lot of resources at plone.org. We have the docs.plone.org. We have the demo and the classic demo, and we have the trainings, and you can ask your questions on community. So Plone is the ultimate open source enterprise CMS. If you have questions, here you can find the Faceted Navigation and the Volto Search Lib packages. We have more. We have some time. I want to show you a quick, well, it's not related to the Faceted Navigation, but if you go to EEA GitHub IO, we are working on a design system for Volto, for the EEA, the branding for the EEA, the European Environment Agency, and here you can find resources about how to build, well, and we have also a storybook, we have colors, all the branding stuff you will need for, and this is open source, you can fork it, you can use it for your needs, it's free. It's in the spirit of the Plone community. So we can, with this one, I think we can also improve the storybook we have on Volto Core. Yes, question please.
Any question? Okay.
Thank you. Someone who never used faceted navigation, is it context aware?
It is context aware. So if you can add in the faceted navigation, you can let me show you how it works. If I find it, it's here. So here you have this menu, you can configure it, and you can add visible facets, the one with the blue color on title, and these are hidden, so this works as collection did before. So this will define the initial query. So basically here you can say, okay, I want a location path, and say location, and I should give it a title, so you have validation also, and the location you can say look in news, hide it, and now it will show content only from the news. Yeah, you have only 4-6 items. So you can also say, okay, give me only the news item. Now it's giving also the folders. Let me disable the portlets.
Thank you.
Okay, there is a question on Discord. The question is, will the classic UI resource be refactored to module federation support?
No, I'm sorry I didn't went to the Johannes training about module federation about the on his talk. I don't know how to. I don't know. I didn't dig into it. Maybe the 6 final will have module federation, but right now we only reuse the jQuery library from Plone Classic, but the rest of modules I think there is only one, the cookie, the barbecue cookie, that's in the, and maybe the select 2. But other than that, they are just new jQuery plugins there. But I would like to dig into it and use the module federation.
Okay, thank you. Any other question?
There.
I also wanted to ask the same question about module federation, but aren't you also using jQuery as a dependency? Are you including that in the bundle?
No, the jQuery, I added it into the Webpack. Let me find it. So if you look at the Webpack config, I said that it's not here. It's look. So it's external.
Ah.
So basically, it's using jQuery from Plone.
Perfect. And the second thing is, did I get it right? You do not provide the ready build bundle in the GitHub repository, but in the PyPy package, right?
No, it's on GitHub.
Ah, okay.
No, only, you know, in the old way of developing add-ons, you would have build.crg here, or
Yeah.
so now we have just a simple make file, and if I go to, sorry, let me increase it, so it's like sandbox EEA Faceted. You have just the bootstrap, install, develop, start, test, and help for now. And behind the scenes is just doing pip install, if I find it. So it's doing pip install Plone with the constraints from Plone version, and it's doing the Zoop instance.
Thank you. Other question?
Web design system, the implementation, is it independent from semantic UI?
It's based on semantic UI, so it only adds to the semantic UI components, and we also have, where is it? EA GitHub IO. So we have styled all the semantic UI components. Not this one, this one. Yeah, and we have also some custom components like the footer, the header.
Okay, other question? There.
Thanks for the work. Why is it 10 times faster?
Good question. I was about to say, but I forgot. So we found out that in the previous faceted preview template, we were doing doc get object, brain get object, and it was there for 12 years and nobody complained about it. But we did that because of the thumbnail in Plone 4. Now we have the scales in catalog. So basically we can just use the brain, and as a general rule in listings don't do brain get object, is killing your website. So use the catalog as much as possible, create new indexes, and use the brain, use the data from the brain metadata.
Okay, is there any other question? Okay, and on Discord? No more question. I think it's okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The next talk is at 11:50, so we have a little time now.
Little message. The conference photo is scheduled at 1 p.m.